Howdy, folks! The Radio Ranch is a cowboy-cowgirl clubhouse where kids can come to get away from the city, learn about roping and riding. Every Thursday at 11:30 a.m., yours truly, Rawhide Foxtrot, with the help of my partners, Rocket Ramjet and trusty Junior Thunder Riders, must put on a live radio program or risk losing the ranch forever. Golly, looks like it's that time again. Start intro. Howdy, folks, it's Radio Ranch, and I'm your host, Rawhide Foxtrot, and we have Junior Thunder Riders from Mrs. Landgraf's class, and they're going to take it away right now. Cowboy Luke.
Howdy, Rangers, I am Cowboy Luke.
I'm Cowgirl Crystal. Today we are going to talk about what's been going on in second grade.
In math, we have been learning about using quick hundreds, tens, and ones. This helps us with counting and place value. It also helps us to add and subtract.
We have also been learning about rounding numbers. We learned that numbers that end in 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 are grandma numbers. So those numbers are rounded down to the lower 10. Numbers that end in 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 are wolf numbers. These numbers are rounded up to the higher 10.
All right, so quiz time. 333, is that a grandma number or a wolf number?
Wolf number.
333.
I don't think so.
Wait, no, grandma number.
Grandma number, okay. What about 999?
999, the wolf number.
All right, very good. They passed the test. And Cowboy Luke has our next story.
In content, we are learning about Native Americans. The Powhatans live in eastern woodlands. They ate corn, squirrels, deer, and bread. They lived in long houses made out of wood and bark. The Powhatans men were farmers, fishermen, and hunters. The women harvested the food and cooked the meal. They walked and used canoes for transportation.
The Lakota Sioux lived in the Great Plains. They lived in teepees made out of animal hide. They ate and hunted buffalo and deer. They walked and used horses for transportation.
In reading, we have been learning about main idea and supporting details, retelling and summarizing. On the 4th of December, we read The Three Little Tamales by Eric Akimel. This is a story similar to The Three Little Pigs. We read this book and several others to review the plot of a story. We talked about what happened in the beginning, middle, and end. This week we are reading Jamaica Louise James.
Now, with the three little tamales, did each tamale have a different house?
Yes.
Yes.
And one made out of straw and one made out of hay or sticks and one made out of bricks?
No.
One was made out of cactus, one was made out of straw, and I forgot what the other one was.
I think
was
so.
a wolf
I think
trying
so.
to eat them?
I think so.
Yes.
It was so. I think so. Another one was made out of plants, and then the plants and straws got like blowed up, and then the one with the
Cactus.
the cactus got sick because the wolf couldn't get in because it was like, and he was
But why would...
trying to get through the chimney, but the house top was too spiky.
Okay, but tamales are food, aren't they?
Yes.
Yes.
So why would food need to have a house? Because we eat tamales all the
It was
time.
a fairy tale.
A fairy tale?
Yeah.
So the tamales came to life?
Yes.
Okay. All right, moving on. Cowgirl Crystal.
In writing, we wrote a 5-paragraph story about a time we got a haircut. We also completed a writing prompt about how we can help plants and animals survive.
All right. And with that, just a reminder, at the end of the show, we'll be taking questions for our Junior Thunder Riders here about any and all of the stories that they read today. But first, we have more stories around the campfire. We'll be right back after this.
Howdy folks, after a long day of roping and riding here on the ranch, me, Rocket, Rawhide, and the Junior Thunder Riders like to go have a seat around the campfire, sing songs, recite poems, swap stories, spin yarns, tell jokes and riddles, and discuss the unusual weather patterns that come to visit us here on the ranch. So stay tuned, because I feel like it's cloudy with a chance of peas tonight.
Hi, I'm Marshall Q, and I'm here to read you a story. My little sister jumped out the window, but when my little brother did it, he fell in the mud, because it rained the day before. When I did it and I fell into the mud, splat. I fell in an awesomely deep puddle of mud. Anyway, there was nothing broken. But while I was fussing about, my little brother and little sister destroyed the kitchen. Then they jumped out the window, and everything that happened in the first paragraph happened again.
Hello, I'm Cowgirl Beautiful, and I want to share you a story. Snip, snip, that is the sound of my hair being cut. I will never forget the day that I got my on-purpose haircut. I was just coming home from school. I dropped off my book bag at my house and got in the car. Then I was very bored. I was upset I was getting my hair cut. When I looked in the mirror, I did like it a little bit, but I even hated getting my hair cut even more. I will always remember the day I got my haircut. I like my haircut a little bit because they have candy there, and I asked my parents if I can have a piece of candy, but usually they say no.
Sorry about that, folks. It looks like the evil scientists have messed with our equipment again, and there was no sound with those stories. But just like last week, we will have the sound to those stories when this goes up on YouTube. But right now, we have more stories. Going over to Cowboy Luke.
In library class, we went to the enrichment lab and completed our habitat projects using Pixie. In art class, we are making a snow picture in winter. In music class, we are having a music party because we finally got our 10 stars. In PE, we are working on throwing tennis balls.
Now, I thought you hit tennis balls with a racket.
We didn't
Why are
hit.
you guys throwing them?
We're throwing it with our hands.
But with tennis balls, you play tennis with them, and tennis is played with a racket. It's not played...
We're not playing like that tennis. We're playing throwing them on the wall, going over the blue.
And so you have to throw them at the wall, not at each other?
No.
I think that's better than throwing them at each
But
other.
not with that little thingy that you use to hit it.
Oh, you mean
With-
spaghetti and noodles?
No. Hands.
Oh, okay. All right. Cowgirl Crystal.
On Saturday, December 8th, Adrian celebrated his 8th birthday. On Sunday, December 16th, Quillen celebrated his 8th birthday. On Saturday, December 2nd, Jacqueline will celebrate her 8th birthday. Also, on Monday, December 24th, Brandon will be celebrating his 8th birthday.
And you know what we do out here on the ranch? For birthdays, it's a radio ranch. Yahoo! Happy birthday! And Cowboy Luke, you're up.
In Discovery Lab, we are learning about the Jet
Propulsion
Lab, GPL. We act in a play about how the rover sends information back to Earth. Quillen visits GPL, and when he returned to school, he shared a presentation on his trip.
Very cool.
Second grade is also traveling around the world to learn about different holidays. So far, we had traveled to Mexico, Israel, and Germany. Today, we will be going to Africa. On Friday, we will be having a PJ party.
Is that peanuts and jelly?
No. We're having like a pajama party. We're putting our pajamas and watching the Polar Express and bringing
Let's finish
stuff
this story. Sorry
We will be drinking hot chocolate and boarding the Polar Express. We will be decorating cookie too.
All right. And with that, we are going to head over to the chat room and see if there are any questions for our Junior Thunder Riders about any of the stories that they read here today. Over to the chat room.
What is a wolf number?
Oh, somebody didn't understand the wolf and the grandma numbers. Go ahead. Explain it to them.
It's like the like the grandma's more like nicer and soft, and she's like more nicer. She gets the lower numbers. And like the wolf is more tough, he gets the bigger numbers.
Anything to add, Cowgirl Crystal?
No.
All right. Any other questions for our Junior Thunder Riders?
Yes. What environment group were you in when you studied them in the library?
Oh, you had different environment groups?
Yes.
Okay, so Cowgirl Crystal?
The desert.
Okay, and Cowboy Luke?
Rainforest.
All right. Where do you even forget about which group you were in? Which environment would you rather live in as a person?
Rainforest.
Okay.
I was thinking the ocean.
Oh, okay. All right. And we have time for one last question here if we have any more.
What are your horses' names?
Oh, what is your horses' names? Cowboy Luke.
I actually don't know.
Okay, and Cowgirl Crystal.
Stomp. He stomps a lot.
Stomps? Can he count by stomping?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll have to teach him that. Okay, and Cowboy Luke, take us out.
Thanks for tuning in to our show. We wish everyone a safe and happy holidays.
All right, and we will be back with more Radio Ranches the second week in January. We're going to be taking a break around here and decorating the horses and the hay wagons and taking people on rides. And if we get any snow, it may be a sleigh ride. But until then, we will be back the second week in January, I think I said, with Mrs. Yurkevic's class and Junior Thunder Riders from her class. And hopefully we'll hear about some of the things that people did and saw on their winter break. So we'll see you next year.